Celebrate 95 years of better appliance shopping at Brand Scarf's anniversary sale. Going on now. Save big on in-stock refrigerators and best-selling washers and dryers. Plus, get savings on top of savings with stackable rebates on select GE Profile and Cafe packages. With nearly a century of expertise, Brand Scarf will always get you the best deal on the best new appliances. So hurry to any of Brand Scarf's convenient locations or shop online at brandscarf.com, where it doesn't cost more to get more.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of Heavy Metal Tones with me, your podcast host, Tony Evans. This is a really interesting interview that I just recorded with Scott Alexander from the Melbourne alt-rock band Terrestrials. They were pushed into my consciousness by Laurie, my good friend Laurie, who loves them, and said, hey, you like this kind of music, you're going to like this, to have a listen. And I've been listening to it now for about 3, 4, maybe 5 months, on and off, and it's been a real joyful journey, I should say. Now, I'll give you a little rundown of them. Now, their Facebook post says, we're a 4-piece alt-rock band from Melbourne. We've recently evolved our dynamic live performances by weaving in vibrant elements of jazz, funk, and Latin music to create an engaging genre-blending experience for our audience. And I think that really comes down to exactly what it says on the packet. They don't stick to one particular sound. If you like, let's say Porcupine Tree or Stephen Wilson or any of the, or as we talk about on the show, if you like bands like Carnival or Dead Letter Circus, you're going to really, really like this band. And luckily, Scott Alexander, the lead singer, who we will be talking to, let me have the opportunity to play 2 tracks for you. One, my favorite track off the album, we're going to open with, and then at the end of the show, we'll have the track that the band wants to air, wanted me to play. I reached out and said, which track would you like me to put on to represent you? And he gave me this track. So, first track is Triggers. I really, really, really enjoyed this track. It's one of my favorite ones on the album. You'll probably understand why when you hear it. Okay, you probably are. I mean, I know that there will be people out there who like other tracks, but this is my favorite track off the album. And then we close out the show with Perennial Trials, this track that the band wanted us to put on. Again, a fantastic piece of music. The album itself is called Iridescent. You will find out more about it in the interview. I don't want to give too much away now, but please do turn up the volume and sit back or stand up or walk around, whatever you want to do. Just make sure the volume is loud to have a listen to Terrestrials' track Triggers off of their album Iridescent. Here we go.
way not to be connected on sacred ground. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. And I'm wondering if I'm wasting the opportunity to open the door. And I'm moving, and I'm moving. The combinations at the edge of the year. Don't think you're leaving. Season released it. Desperate for meaning. Triggers my being. Don't fade me for the lion.
Wow, what a fantastic piece of eclectic music. It's so textured and layered. Brilliant vocals. I love the bass part in this. I really do enjoy the whole um, sort of very stark soundscapes that they made in this track. In this track, it's a really interestingly cold track, but at the same time very powerful track. Anyway, here's the interview with Sky Alexander, and as I said, wait till the end because at the end we're going to have that next track that we talked about before, and I hope that you enjoy all that is to come in the form of Perennial Trials, a track at the end. But firstly, here's Sky Alexander from Terrestrials talk about the new album, or newish album, I should say, Iridescent. Anyway, over to Tony and to Scott. Enjoy. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
No worries, mate. Thanks
I,
for having me.
Oh, look, I was given your name by Laurie, a friend of mine, and who I
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
implicitly with her taste of music.
Beautiful.
And I, of course, I'm always always on the lookout for particularly local music,
Yeah,
Australian-based produced music. Always looking for that, particularly on the podcast. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, we do international stuff, but my goal is to find local music that
I'm great.
thrills.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And when your name came up, I was like, okay, great. Let's have a look. And I looked, and you look at Terrestrials and you look up the profile as you do. You Google it like we all do,
Yep.
and you go,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
what is Terrestrials? Let's have a look. And it's actually quite tricky to put a name on what you do.
I've found it hard over the years as well. Yeah, we sort of dabble here and there. So it is great in a sense, but it's also kind of it's hard to have that not selling point, but to really solidify a niche. We do a bunch of different things which we love. It's very fun. Um, yeah, it's always been the go-to has always just been alternative rock, as
Well,
vague
that's
as
right.
it gets.
So it's fake. I like that though, because I don't like boxes and I don't like record company boxes. I don't like niches.
Yeah,
It's easy to point things. It's great for an audience to go, oh, I like industrial. I'll go over there. This is great, but it only binds you down to one type of thing, doesn't it? Whereas at
for
least
sure.
with
Yeah,
just being a great rock band, it covers it all.
yeah, yeah. And we're not boxing ourselves in a corner as well. We've always got the option to do what we want, I suppose.
Mm.
It has its pros and cons both ways.
It does. I mean, I've been predominantly listening to your second album, Iridescent, by
Mhm.
the way, which I love the art. Oh my God, that's a fantastic piece of art on
Thanks,
the front
mate.
of that cover.
Yeah,
That is it a fly?
it's a cuckoo wasp.
A cuckoo wasp. Is that one that
Yeah,
lays eggs in spiders? No, that's
I don't actually know, but I do
Does
know
it
that
just
they are microscopic. They are as small as
Oh,
so yeah, we just sort of got a little bit obsessed with like macro photography and just thought how alien some of these insects are and that
mm,
hyper detail and the color and the imagery and the metaphors. It all just kind of it just made sense. And it was all like a predominant theme of the album was about self-reflection, and that's visibly a reflection, and the colors, and it just sort of fell into place nicely, which was yeah, really cool.
yeah, it does. It's perfect for the album. I thought, like, it really does sit with the lyrical content and the musical content because I put it on, as I said, coming to you cold, like not knowing, which
Yeah,
is one of my favorite things to do. Someone gives you, hey, listen to this, and I put it on, and I'm a massive Porcupine Tree fan, and Stephen Wilson
yeah,
fan.
cool.
And when
Yep,
I listen to this, I not saying that you sound like because that's unfair. That you have your own sound, but I felt at home with the sound because it reminded
yeah,
me of
cool.
those things that I love.
Yeah,
That sort of progressiveness
yeah,
that Stephen and Porcupine Tree and bands like that
yeah, cool.
are
Yeah.
given out. Are you fans of that stuff?
To be honest, like little bits. Me
Mm.
personally, only a little bit. I know Adrian, our guitarist, is into Porcupine Tree, and it's not something we've talked about a lot as a band as an influence. But when you say it, I can totally hear it in the guitar work. It's
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And also the
yeah,
bass. I mean, the bass playing on this. I was listening to the bass. The bass parts on where was it? Was it on the single, "The Hollow Hands"?
yeah.
That's good stuff.
It's very
That's
cool.
really good
Thanks,
stuff.
man. Very smooth. The Leroy, he yeah, I don't, the origins of the song sort of escaped me a little bit, but I remember hearing that line and I was like, oh mate, that is tasty, incredibly tasty, and we just had to do something with it. So
Yeah, it
I
hits,
guess it
man.
kind of reminded me a little bit of like Rage Against the Machine, or that
Yeah,
real, really tasteful,
yeah.
even Incubus perhaps, just
Oh
very
God,
smooth.
yes. Yep. That slight
Yeah,
90s edge to it. Slight
yeah,
90s edge to it, which I think that's what it was. I put it on. I was listening to the album through as you have to. I think, you've gone out and given us 13 tracks on this album. It's your second album, which we're talking about.
yeah,
And you have to give it respect. Alec, you got to give it respect, Scott, because you can't go in and just grab one and come out and say, yeah, I know the band, because that's
yeah,
impossible. You start off like with the first track, and by the time you get to the very last one, you've changed already musically through the entire album.
it flips about. Yeah, it
Mm,
really does. And we love that. We're really enjoying that, and I could say we're even going further with that with the new music that we're coming up with as well, which is really fun. The last couple of
brilliant.
shows we've gone further into like Latin and funk, and really just trying to diversify and bring that to our live show. I think that really captivates people when when I'm out and seeing a band and I see bringing out these different instruments, I get all excited, and I don't know, it's just another flavor, it's another texture. And I really enjoy drumming, so we've been doing that a bit lately. And it's just fun. It's fresh. It's fun. What can I
Yeah,
say?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly right. I read that you were adding Latin and funk in, and I was like, whoa, this would be amazing because this is the thing, Scott, that I love about the kind of music you're making, alt rock or prog, whatever you call, whatever you call it. You're not
Yep.
scared to go. I'm gonna have some bagpipes on there, or I'll go and get, I'll go and grab a zither. I don't mind who. It's just something a texture that adds to the musical background of the
Yeah.
album, and I love that
We've
because I'm the same with you. I get excited by it.
It's fun. It's very exciting. And if the song calls for it, we just go
Why
with
not?
it.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not?
Why not?
We don't want to put limitations on ourselves, and where we can go in the future with the live arrangement. Um, the only thing is we've got to make sure we're able to play it. So we've been
Well, that's it.
very important part. So yeah, whatever comes next, it's got to be replicated live. But
Well, that's right. I mean, Laurie said she saw you live in I was in Melbourne, I think it was. It was amazing, as good live as the recording. She said to me.
yeah,
So,
brilliant.
so that is a big tick, because you do write technical music. Like, it's not you're not going and doing simple 3-minute punk songs. There is a lot of technicality, depth, and texture. So to
Yeah,
bring it live must be hard.
yeah, it can be. We run an in-ear rig. We've got clicks, that sort of stuff for the more
Mm.
progressive stuff that we do. And I feel like that's really improved us as a band as well. We've had some errors with it at times, which has been a bit of, it's always fun when shit fails, isn't it? It's always fun. But
Yes.
the last show actually we had an issue, and we just had to play just raw blind without any clicks, and we nailed it. So every now and then in rehearsal we make sure that we're still able to do it without all that stuff. Really hone in on the songs with the clicks and everything, and then make sure we can do it without as well to troubleshoot in case shit goes wrong, because technology is imperfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always listen. I mean, I said loving this kind of music, and not being. I'm a failed bass player, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. And so you sort of go there, you listen to these bands, and you just think, how are they going to take? So, I mean, let's take tracks like Triggers, right? How are they going to take Triggers and transpose that live with the kind of depth that you get on the album? And when bands do it like yourself, do it like Laurie said, you do it. It's always astounding to me, and that's true musicianship, because you're not
She's
just
very,
relying
very
on the
kind.
studio technology to save you. You're thinking of the audience first, and the live show first, and I think that's really a big plus for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we've always had such an appreciation for musicianship. We really look out for that, the playing ability. Um, and we just work hard, and it's cliches. You just got to practice. You just got to work hard. And I know that Adrian might hate me saying this, but he gets nervous playing that song because it is so intricate. He's like, he wants to be warmed up. We've got to be very strategic where it sits in the set
Yeah,
list, and because his
I
hands are
couldn't believe it.
moving the throughout the verses.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece, but it's intricate. So,
Yeah, and exactly right. That's why I picked it. When I listened to it, it gave me the goosebumps,
oh,
and
awesome.
it
Oh,
really
cool.
did.
Thanks,
Because
son.
I like to. I've said this before to a lot of my people I talk to, but when I like an album, I will go and put all the lights off. I'll have no extraneous in front of me, because I want just to absorb it. And
Yeah,
this kind
cool.
of album is perfect for that. Perfect, that
Awesome.
hot bath, you know what I mean, or that dark room, or that
Yeah,
moment where, I mean, I did enjoy it on the walk. So I went for a walk with it on. It was great, got me going. But it's just those
beautiful.
sort of moments where you let the layers uh, get in, and I think that's what this album is really good for. Has so
Fantastic.
many deep layers.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, awesome. Really appreciate that. I'm certainly like that myself. If I've found something that I'm clicking with, I really want to fully immerse myself into it. I don't want to
Yeah,
just fleeting moments in the car or here and there. I do the same. I get in the bath and I just play an album, or I'll watch the performance on YouTube, or headphones and take my dog for a walk. I just want to be
yeah,
in it. Just
in
want to
it.
be right in it. Yeah.
And this is the kind of music Australia is making at the moment, Scott. It's so. I mean, I've lived here now for 30 years, and when I first came here, it was a barren landscape, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but that sort of
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s, nothing was happening. And it feels like now that we've got like yourselves, such good crop of amazing bands, that I I sort of hope that you guys go overseas and do really big,
Me too.
you know. But it's true though,
Awesome.
because that's all you want for an artist, really. I do. I just
Yeah.
want you give us the joy, pleasure, and love. Why don't you get that back? You know, It's how I feel, and I sometimes get sad when they can't break through. You know.
It's hard work, and there's no one size fits all easy answer. Um, we're just going to pester everybody until they realize that we think we've got something. So we're not ready to quit. We're not
Oh, please don't.
ready to
No,
roll
that's
over. We
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
It's in our blood.
Mm.
Adrian and I, the guitarist, we've been writing songs since we were teenagers. So you know, it's there. It's been there for
Yeah,
a long time.
and you can hear it, mate. You can hear it. I mean, the vocals on this album are superb,
Thank
like
you.
beautiful vocals. Because the lyrics, and we can pick any song, but the lyrics are not, happy pop songs. These are deep songs, lots of meaning in them. And the lyrics, the vocal really, it doesn't let you down. Sometimes we hear a great band, it's got a great backing band, but there's always something slightly missing, like the drums mixed too far back, or the bass is not non-existent, or sometimes the vocals are just like what, and it puts you off.
Yeah.
Not the case with this album. Like the vocals
Thanks,
are
man. I really appreciate
special.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Mm.
Once again, a lot of hard work, a lot of feeling like you suck before you feel like you're on the right track. But you got to start somewhere, and I don't know. With singing, it's so psychological. It's just like you can really, there's been times where I've wanted to quit because I just don't necessarily believe in myself or whatnot. But
Oh,
I just love it too much, and I've just pursued and I've accepted that I have what I have, whatever my sound is, it's a part of my makeup and I do the best with what I've got. Always trying to improve, but
yeah.
I think as a vocalist, I was always wanting to be someone else, like I was always like, want to sound like Ian Kenny or,
Mm.
or Kim Benzie from Dead Letter or any of those bands. And I think the moment I got to a point where I decided that I have what I have and no one else has what I have was when I started to really come into my own and become the vocalist, that person rather than trying to imitate someone else. And I think all those guys are unique in their own right too. So I don't know, shifted my perspective and I love it. It's expression and it feels great. And people come up to the show and say lovely things and you just go, God, I've made some emotional connection with someone via music. That's fucking cool. I always want to do this. I don't ever want to stop doing it.
No, don't, mate. You've got a really special voice. It's ethereal almost. I can't put a finger on it. Like I can't say you sound like anyone because I don't think you sound like anyone that I can put my finger on.
And I like that
Um,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I can't. I can't say, hey, you sound like Bon Scott. Or you just don't. Like you have this softness, man. Like you obviously, as a human being, I can tell you're a very sort of emotional kind of human being, and that comes across in the vocals because
Exactly. Yeah, cool.
the lyrical content, say like of any peripherals trials or any of those sort of things, where you get in and go, wow, this is heavy, but the vocal, it delivers it in a way where it feels respectful.
Yep.
So congratulations on that, man, because that's
Thank you.
I had to stop it. I had to stop and re-listen a few times to go, hang on, who's singing this? Like I couldn't put it's so yeah. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it because I don't think that you need to be worried about never stopping because it's fantastic.
Thanks, mate. Well, people like yourself who support music so passionately, that certainly makes a massive difference. So, and Laurie, so thank you for putting us forward. I think she's come to two shows. She came to a
Mm,
show at the Catfish. That was a end of year, like Christmas uh, era of the year.
mm,
Um, and then she came to a show in Canberra, of all places, where there was hardly anybody at all because we're from here. Nobody knows
yeah,
us. But
yeah.
yeah, she was very complimentary and yeah, it's just
Damn, I
so
wish I
nice to
missed.
have.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I'm so annoyed I missed the Canberra one because I didn't know who you were at the time. This is the thing, right? It's always after the effect, isn't it? When
Yeah,
you go,
can't,
I
you
love
can't know what you don't
this.
know.
Yeah, I love this, and then like because to be honest, mate, there's a lot of noise in the world. A lot of noise, and in my industry, it's one thing after another. A lot of noise, and filtering through those things to the thing you can find and love is so hard nowadays. But then when you come across bands like yourself and this brilliant album, Iridescent, you go, what? That was 2023. What? 2 years ago? How did I miss it?
Yeah,
2 years ago?
yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it today, the release of it, and I thought, God, it'll be 2 years in December this year. That's gone
Yeah,
like
December
that.
8th. Yeah,
It's
madness.
mental. Yeah. So I guess that's a representation of, as you said, of the noise. There's just so much information all the time
Mm.
that when you cotton on to a good thing, it sort of can relate back to um, being in the moment with the music, trying to switch off everything else and just fully absorbing it. I think that level of concentration on one album is kind of lost on a lot of people these days.
Oh
I think it's
dear.
rare.
Yeah, don't get me started, mate. I have had a whole ramble about the way that iTunes ruined music. I have held a because up until then you had to buy the album, and then they went,
Yeah,
"Hey, you can have one track for $1 and that track for $1," and you go, "Well, okay, that's brilliant, but how is that affect?" You've spent, let's be honest, you and your band have made this wonderful music. Then you spend weeks and months going, "Where do we put? Where do we put the naysayer? Where do we put fragments?" It
it's
bugs me.
infuriating, isn't it? Really, it's completely revolutionized. I mean, as a music listener, that doesn't delve deep into what it's like for an artist. It's incredible, really. You just pick it up and you got everything in,
Everything.
you know,
Yeah.
everything there. But I don't know, the ritualistic nature of playing music is, I guess it's there in vinyl, and some people still buy CDs, but um, I love it. I remember how excited I used to get for an album,
Oh
and
God,
I'd wait.
yes.
I'd count down the days, and I'd get into JB with my pre-order, and I'd walk out with my CD, go straight to the car, and it would come out for weeks, or
Yep.
depending what it was. But
Yep.
I loved that. I loved that ritual. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to really get that back, but I guess we've got to be vocal in endorsing it.
I think everything is cyclical, Scott, and I think it will come back because bands like yourself, you can't make albums that are singles albums. It's not your style. Like it's not what you do. Yeah, you have singles off them because record. It's a cliche, but we have to do it, right? Um, but you know, it's impossible, I think, to think about how this album could be just broken up into segments. I just couldn't see how it would flow. Like, and
Yeah,
so for me, I'd like to put the record on one side, sit down in the dark, one side, turn it over, and you have to be with it because you can't leave it because the record player needs to be turned over. And and then always that wonderful joy of what's on the B side when you haven't heard the album first. You get to
yeah,
the A and you go, what? How's it going to be when you turn it over?
yeah.
The joys of being old, unfortunately.
Sh- Showing our age. That's okay. I'm
Showing
right
our
with it.
age.
It is what it
I'm all
is.
right with. I am as well. I am as well. But with the textures of the album, the concepts and the lyrical concepts, you said it's about reflection, as in with the micro cuckoo wasp and so on the cover. Is
Yep.
that are you the main lyrical writer or is it a band construct?
Um, Predominantly me. There might be, like I might look for uh, an idea or just a change of word or change of phrase here and there in studio, whatever. But majority is me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that as well when you listen to it because none of your lyrics are. You don't feel like it's forced when you sing it. When I'm
Cool.
hearing it sung, sometimes when you have to sing someone else's words to get emotion, this is your singer. Emotion in there. It's not always as easy because you haven't put that. It's not your soul you're bearing, it's someone else's.
Sure.
So when
Yeah.
you write a lyrics and you hear the singers do it, you often know, hey, that feels like that the singer wrote that because it is not holding back on the emotional content of the voice.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, I'm glad
Mm.
to hear that my feeling is conveyed significantly. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised, Scott. To be honest, I don't that you aren't that you're on everyone's lips in the alt prog world because you should be. This stuff is mind-blowingly good, and
Thank
for
you.
for a
Thank you.
small band, and let's be honest, you're a small band, right?
Yep.
To make this kind of product, it's only a second album, right? To get that kind of thing second out of the tracks is pretty impressive. The production, I mean, who did the production?
Luke Sincotta. He was a engineer for he was an assistant for Forrester Saville, who did
Mm.
stuff with Carnival and Dead Letter, and um, he just randomly reached out to us in an email. I think he'd heard our EP, and he was looking for bands that he appreciated in terms of like his personal musical interest. I think
Mm.
he was trying to focus on working with stuff that were up his in his world and what he was into. And yeah, we just got it started that way. He just emailed us and we got the ball rolling. And obviously there was a lot of breaks in between because it was in the midst of COVID and whatever.
Mm.
But he was really patient with us, and I think he really got the best out of us. We all felt really comfortable with him, and he had a really big, significant part on the structure of the songs. He had a big input, so we can give him a big thank you for his stamp on the record.
Yeah, because it's beautifully produced. I mean, I always say that production is the other member of the band, right? It's the unsung member of the band, production. And
Yep.
we've all heard albums that are brilliant but are let down by some terrible 80s production or 90s production or even early 2000s, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Those early
I think
2000s
of the
albums.
early Tool
Oh,
record, Undertow.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like the early Maiden 2000 albums, early 2000 Maiden albums. I can't go back to them. I just find
Yeah.
them really flat sounding.
Yeah.
And the more you hear that, the more you go, I can't do it. And then you hear albums like this that sound full and textured and rich, and you think, oh,
It's got a sparkle.
it has got a sparkle to it, right? It
Yeah.
has got a sparkle to it. It's got iridescence to it, right? As
Yeah.
as it says on it,
Well
on
done.
the packet, as it says on the packet, as it says on the packet. So, are you going to be touring anytime soon?
Not touring, but we have some shows coming up. We've got a show on the 15th of August at the Workers Club with a Brisbane slash Kiwi band called These Four Walls.
Okay.
We're going to be opening up for them. They've got a little bit of a pop punky sort of feel, maybe more of an alt rock tinge.
Mm.
But I guess when I heard them, I thought they had a little bit of a Fall Out Boy sort of flavor
Yes.
to them, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like the bands work together. And then there's another band on the bill called Ion Sky, who are like a hard rock band from Melbourne as well. So they'll be.
I think I know
they'll be
that
the main
name.
support.
I think I
Yeah.
know that name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So that's pretty good. So at least you're getting out and playing to an audience. Like that's, I mean, as a musician, I suppose that's probably sort of the thing you love doing the most, I can imagine.
I love looking at the calendar and just seeing something penciled in. If we've got something about once every 4, 5, 6 weeks, that's ideal. Something to work towards. Yeah, I
Well,
love it.
keeps the old voice used and regular, right, I suppose.
For sure. Yeah, I hang for it. Absolutely hang for it.
Brilliant. So the following, I know you said you're working on some material, and the new album is going to obviously come out sometime once it's been birthed correctly and finished. Does it does it follow on from Iridescent? Is it I mean, I know you shouldn't really say, but is it got anything similar concepts behind it?
I mean, it's still got a signature sort of feel for Terrestrials, but we've got a new drummer as well. So it's going to be the first batch of songs that we have with our new drummer. So that's gonna have a little different dynamic to it, which we're really excited about because we're itching to get him in the studio. And yeah, he's been a real injection of energy and enthusiasm, and
Brilliant.
he's a brute, absolute brute. So you'll have to come to a show and check him out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the thing, isn't it? When a lot of people say we lose a member of the band, it's very sad because you do lose a member of the band because they've been part of the family and part of the journey. But then when someone else comes in and gives a bit of energy, particularly if it's positive energy, it really can lift it. Like you said, the Latin stuff and the jazz fusion and wherever you go,
That's it.
he's going to bring that his own little bit along with him,
For
isn't
sure.
he?
Exactly why we're pumped to get him in the studio, because it's going to be a little bit different, but we're really excited about it. It's feeling really good. It's feeling slightly different. Still feels like us, of course.
Mm.
But he's just so open to everything. He's like a sponge for music. He just wants to absorb everything and he wants to do everything. And yeah, it's going to
Brilliant.
be a time. So, and he really encouraged me to get into, doing the drumming live, and that, it gave me a sense of confidence. So yeah, real positive force.
I can't believe you can play the drums, man. I as a failed bass player, I always wanted to be a drummer. It was like, in your brain, it's like that's the instrument. And I get behind the kit and just go, yeah. I go, yeah, I just want to be Bonham now. What can I do? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Bonham. Well, Bonham was the first drummer that I ever remember. Well, Zeppelin was my first memory of music. My folks were massive fans. So
oh,
Bonham
see,
was
good family.
Bonham was absolutely. Dad was always playing Zeppelin. So yeah, it was part of me from a young age. And I mean, what a drummer!
I know.
What a drummer! Have
Yeah,
you seen the documentary?
not yet. No, I have not.
No.
Is it a recent one? The recent one?
Yeah, recently. Yeah, it was
I'll
either
have to.
this year or last year.
I'll have to jump into that because I love a good rockumentary.
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
jump into that one. I remember watching my actual real drumming hero is Keith Moon from the Who,
yeah. Cool.
and yeah, I mean he's crazy. And we love it. That's the whole point, isn't it?
They
Um,
all were.
they all were, Jeff, Ginger Baker, him, Bonham. They're all characters, right? Which
For
is
sure.
sadly missing from modern music. Do you not think?
Well, I think a lot of people are scared to be too outspoken. That's a thing. So
Scary thing, isn't it? What a shame.
yeah,
That's a real shame, isn't it? Because yeah, I get it. BPC, I understand. You don't want to offend people. I get that. You shouldn't have to offend people, but
it's all
should
about
get over it.
intention.
Intention, and no one's chucking TVs out of hotel windows and driving Rolls into swimming pools anymore. This is the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
there's fucking cameras everywhere. You can't get away with anything.
you cannot. Everyone sees you do everything. That's right. And where, if listeners want to find your product, because I highly recommend them to find it, do we
Yeah.
go to Bandcamp or do we come directly to you?
As in what
Like
listening platform?
vinyl? Yeah. No, if you want to buy physical product, if I want to buy a record
Physical product? Yeah, our
yeah.
website, terrestrialsmusic.com.
right?
Check it out there. We've just put together a new website, so there's a whole bunch of new stuff on there as well. Some cool merch. We've got some pretty sweet artwork happening there. So yeah, check out the
Right,
website.
brilliant. I'll be on to that to get some merch. I'm a merch fiend, me, so I'll have to make sure I'm
Me
on
too.
there. Yeah, exactly right, exactly right. So and also on all streaming platforms. So there's no, music's on all the usuals, the Spotify's, the iTunes, the usual, wherever you get your fantastic music, it's
It's
available.
everywhere. Exactly.
It's
Yep.
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere,
Look,
man.
yeah. And what label are you on?
We're not on one.
Self-funded
Yep.
label. Yeah, that's
Yep.
brilliant
Yep.
as well.
Completely independent.
Yeah, wow. And that's again how you can control it, can't you? You haven't got some shill in your pocket going, you can't do this track and you can't play that in this time signature. You can't do jazz. We mean jazz and funk. Like you'll go,
That song's
"Well,
too long. Blah 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 blah.
oh,
Yeah.
that just bugs me
In
a lot.
fact,
That
we do what we want. Yeah, it's great.
yeah, do what you want, mate. And that's the Aussie
Yeah.
way, is it not? I think, to be fair, and we're very lucky that we're producing bands like yourself. Carnival, as you mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of Carnival.
Oh, mate.
And bloody
Massive,
hell,
massive fan over here.
they're playing Canberra, sold out. I couldn't get a ticket. It's sold out.
Oh, man.
I said to my
That
mate,
quick.
I'll get one when I finish work. And by the time I'd finished work, gone.
On.
And I was thinking, what? I thought it was only me that listened to it. Like you don't realize how popular
Yeah. Yeah.
that band is.
Well, it's kind of like, where were you when we played, guys? Come on. The basement. Was it
Thank
the
you.
basement?
Yeah, basement. No, exactly. And it's my favorite venue in all the world. I absolutely love that venue so much.
It's a great little venue. Well, it's not little. The the side room's little-ish, but the other room's massive.
It is, yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
I love it because it's just a home for me. Sticky floors, dark walls.
Yeah.
It's real rock and roll. It's like,
We felt at home as soon as we walked in. Was like, yeah, this is going to be fun.
yeah, that's how it is, right? Because a lot of even big bands come here and go, geez, we love it here because it's just feel like we're teenagers again. We're not
Yeah.
playing massive stadiums. It's like this is This
Yeah.
is how
Pool
it should be.
tables. I
Pool
like that
tables.
everything is kind of in the same vicinity.
Yes.
I always love a venue that has the bar in the same room as the band playing, because you're not losing those people. You're not losing those ears, you know?
Yeah,
So
exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, I personally couldn't leave a bet. Like if you came on and whichever room you're in, whether you're in the Abyss, which is the smaller one, or the main stage, I wouldn't leave until you're gone anyway. I'd be like, well, beer, yeah, but I can drink beer anytime. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
this is true.
It's
Yep.
true, right? Because I don't want to be taken out at the moment by getting a cold beer. Like went and saw the last Maiden tour, and I
Yep.
took my wife, and I'm a huge Maiden fan, and we took my wife, and we had side seats because we get at a certain age, like just didn't want to be at the front, and just sit at the side for the moment. And all I had was people like this walking past me, getting beer.
Mm,
I said, what are you doing? You just spent $200 for a ticket. You're probably paying $30 a beer, and you're
you're
just
missing out.
missing out. You're just walking past me. I just wanted to punch one of them, to be honest with you, Scott. I was like, will you just because he took me out, they took me out of the moment. I was in the
Yeah.
moment, and
Yeah.
every time they went past, I was taken away from it. And that's why you have to be at the front these days, because I don't want to be taken away from the moment.
For sure. For
Mm,
sure. I totally respect that. Yeah.
mm. And that's why your live shows, I'm hoping to get to one of your live shows
We'd
when you're
love to
here.
have you there, mate.
Ah, mate, fantastic. I mean, the, the singles that came off this album, which again, as I said before, are difficult things to do, right? Find singles off this album. And I know you've had a couple, but I still think Hollow Hands, Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. Great choice for a single.
Thank you.
Uh, a difficult choice because I don't know how you sat there and went, okay, guys, what do we do? Where do we go? What singles out now? But
Yeah, it was challenging.
it was, yeah, I can
Yeah, it
imagine.
was really challenging, but I just felt I I felt really personally that the chorus was just really strong. I felt as soon as we'd written it, I just felt like it was a bit of a belter chorus, and it just felt really well rounded. It
Mm,
felt dynamic enough, but not too long. It just made sense. That for me. That was the first choice, just because
mm,
of those reasons. But yeah, and then like obviously we wanted to have another single, but we didn't want it to be too similar to the first single, and
mm.
showcase a little bit of what we do. Um, yeah, it's challenging. It's really
Yeah,
challenging trying to, because we believe in all of it, the whole thing. We want people to listen to it from start to finish, preferably, of course. But
yeah.
the age we live in, people will pick and choose, and like this song will get on a playlist and that won't, and
Mm,
and
yeah,
whatever's
and
at the top of your list on Spotify, people are going to gravitate to that. That's just reality.
do you know what? That is the reality of Spotify, isn't it? I mean, I tell a funny story that I love Billy Bragg a lot. That's a big Billy Bragg fan,
Yeah, cool.
and I was decorating my house. This is about 4 or 5 years ago, and I'd put Billy Bragg on, and no, just I shouldn't. I don't like country music. It doesn't do it for me, right? I'll just be honest. It's not my thing, okay? But
Yep.
he has a country phase, and so I went off painting the house, forgot to turn it off, went out to get some more paint, came back, he'd finished, and my whole algorithm was country music. It was literally, I was like, what's
Yeah.
happened? Oh my
Lots
god!
lots of pickup trucks and
Yeah, dead dogs, and
and
yeah. It was like, oh my! I get it. If you love that, that's fine. That's your bag. I'm never gonna diss you for it. But I was like, my whole algorithm. That's why that whole, like you said, if you're not at the top there,
yeah,
you're not getting it, and
yeah,
it's frustrating. It's
yeah. And
frustrating
you
in
don't
that
want to be
way.
too precious on it, but also, I don't want to be listening to Justin Bieber next time I put on a random
No,
playlist, or
no,
yeah, don't really want that.
no.
That's fine for someone else, but
Yeah, and the scary thing now is AI. I mean, this. I mean, I'm interviewing Stephen Wilson tomorrow, and yeah,
amazing.
I know. It's like anyway, he used AI on his latest album just to see how it would work, and it scares me, Scott. Like because
Mm.
there are bands on Spotify that are getting 60, 70, 80, 100,000 listens. They're not even a band. It's AI.
It's freaky, isn't it? Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of uh, amazing ways to utilize AI.
Mm,
There's also, yeah, on the other hand, there are some things to be really concerned about at the same time. Hey,
yeah.
two sides to the coin, but
yeah, I don't know.
I just
Know
don't want
what I
it to
think.
take away. Well, I just think that I don't want it to take away from things like yourself. You know what I mean? To get lost in the noise of this AI rubbish when people who are creative like yourself, your whole band, extremely creative people, making interesting modern music with textures and layers and movement and all things that we all gravitate to suddenly be taken over by something that thinks it's music. It's just one dimensional.
Yeah.
You know,
As long as we're able to discern what's real and what's not,
that's it.
that's the thing. I like AI as long as I can easily identify
Yeah,
that that's
well,
not a human,
yeah, but
or it is, you know?
yeah, I do find myself though sometimes going, "Is it?" Like like you see something and you go,
Yeah.
you're on TikTok or something, you go, "Is it?" I'm
Yeah.
not
You're
sure. Like,
second
don't
guessing
know.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're second guessing yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but one thing you can't second guess is this album.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. Appreciate it.
There's a
No
segue
robots
for
were
you.
used in the making of this
Of this
album.
album, that's right. Yeah, it was like that funny joke where it says, I don't like modern music because whoever heard saying keyboard leaves band with because of drug use problems. You just don't hear it, do you? I thought it was very funny. Dear, dear.
Robot
But yes,
retires due to burnout. Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yes. Leaves band to have children. Like robot has stage fright, uh, which we all have. I'm sure. I'm sure you have always dots in knots before you go on
There's
stage.
always a little bit there. Yeah, it's different to what it was, but it's always there,
Yeah,
which
that's a
is
good thing,
healthy.
though. I think it's very
Yeah,
healthy. I think if you go
means you
out there with the
care.
arrogance, yeah, if you go out with the arrogance that I'm just going to do this without any worry, I'm sure even Ozzy, who we lost last night, I'm sure even when he went
Rest in
on,
peace.
rest in peace, I'm sure he had a moment where he'd go, "Ugh," and then fine. Uh,
Yeah.
even Ozzy. So,
How was the timing
uh,
of that? 2 weeks?
yeah, I
Two
know,
weeks?
crazy, isn't it? They must
Like
have
he was holding on
known.
for it.
Yeah, they must have known. Like it was waking up to that this morning. This is going to date this interview, but waking up this morning, I, I I couldn't take it in. I thought it was one of those fake newses. You see fake
Yeah.
news. I
AI.
thought, yeah, again AI. I thought, oh God, don't be who's cruel. Don't be cruel. And sort of walking around. I'm house sitting at a friend's house, and I'm walking around his house, going, this can't be real. What the hell?
Well, it just felt like a moment ago that that concert was on,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It was
then
weird.
10 minutes later,
And
it was
the weird thing about it was, I was actually very not up for the concert. I was like, I don't think we should wheel him out. It felt, I don't know, it felt incongruous. It felt a little bit for me. Uh,
yeah,
but I see why they did it. Of course, I understand. It's raising money. It's good for. It was good to hear him say goodbye. As it now, in hindsight, yes. But at the time, I felt like, oh, really? Can't they just let him
yeah.
rest? Can't they just have a big
Maybe
screen or
maybe he
something?
knew. Maybe he had a feeling that he
I think he probably was told.
was close.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
It's now or never.
hopefully, yeah. Well, that's right. At least his music lives on, like yours as well, mate. Scott. It lives on,
Hmm.
and it will create more wonderful stuff. And I hope, really do, deep down, that you get a nice big audience from the next, or even from this one. I think this should be getting more from it because, um, and I know I shouldn't say this, but I think actually this rivals any Carnival album that I've heard. Um, and
Wow,
Dead Lead Circus. I genuinely mean that.
that's huge, mate.
I mean
Thank
it.
you.
You know,
I really
I
appreciate that.
and I love them as a band. I love that music, and put that on, and I could easily go from one of theirs to yours, and it would not be, it wouldn't be a wrench. It would flow, and I think that's something that you Australian, what you also, I'm not sure, we Australians are
Yep.
doing really, really well at the moment. And there's just a sound that you make.
Really
Um,
humbled, mate. That's a high praise. I really appreciate that.
no, I genuinely, I thank Laurie for getting on to me because I'm always said I was at the beginning of the show. I'm always looking for stuff, and when she said, "Hey, why don't you try this out?" Because you like your proggy and your what stuff, I'm like, yeah, okay. And
Yep.
it was just like, whoa, I have to talk to these guys. I have to talk to these guys. This is so
Yeah,
good.
cool. Yeah. Well, it worked out well. Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
thanks for reaching out and getting back to me and getting on because it was wonderful. But
No worries.
yeah,
Pleasure.
thanks for coming on. Thanks for chatting.
Easy done.
This will be out probably. What's the date today? 20,
23rd.
23rd. I should know that. Yes, it'll be out next next Wednesday. So I'll edit
Awesome,
out.
mate.
I'll send it to you first, just an edit of it first, so you can get your ears around. In case I have got anything wrong or in the intro, because I'd like to do an intro and outro. So if I do anything wrong, you can say, "Hey, Tony, it's not that one." I'll go, "Yeah, okay," and I can edit it out.
Not a
'Cause
problem, mate. No worries.
This old brain once. They're two quick stories. Old brain. This band reached out to me from America. And I thought, yeah, no problem. I'll do an album review, and the whole album, their name is Buried Beneath, right? That's the name of the band. The entire album, the entire review, I called them Buried Faith, or vice versa. And at that time, I didn't do due diligence and send it to the band and say, hey, just check, will ya? And I put it out, and I just got this German guy just out there. I was like, oh shit, I had to take it down, and I was like going through every section, editing out and
Mate.
It was
painful. It'd be worth just doing it again.
It would have, and I should have done when I thought about it. But it was like, I can do this. I've got the tools. I can edit this stuff out, no problem. It sounded seamless, but I was just embarrassed that because you just don't. You're in your own moment. You're talking.
Yeah,
and suddenly
you're focusing on other things as well.
On the motion of the moment, and there was a band, and both bands have similar names, and
shit happens.
Shit happens.
We played a show years ago. We actually supported Dead Letter Circus. It was forever ago. It was in Frankston, and he introduced us to Silverstein, who are like an emo.
I just talked to them
from Canada.
Did you? I just talked to the lead singer of Silverstein last week.
There you go. Yep. And that was hilarious. He kept calling us Silverstein, and I was just like, oh god.
I hate to say this, but you're nothing like Silverstein.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. It was we did have a different name back then, so that contributed, but
it might have been a bit of a mix. Yeah, of course. But
it was pretty funny. Yeah.
That's so
funny now.
And by the way, he's such a nice guy. The guy from Silverstein,
cool.
Such a dude, a really really nice guy. So to be mixed up with him, I don't mind that.
It could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse.
I first saw Dead Letter Circus with Butterfly Effect on the top of the Tuggeranong car park here in Canberra at a student day for $15.
Wow.
And I had no idea who they were when I walked up onto the top of that. My mate said, "Come along, there's a student thing on. It's $15." And I was like, "What? What? How is it?" And I was like, I went up to the guitarist, the Butterfly Effect, and said, "How are you doing that? Have you got a synth or something?" And he's like, "No. It's just like
unbelievable.
It's crazy small world. Look at them now.
To get them on the lineup, that's unreal.
I know. Look at it now. I mean, this was a long time ago. I mean, they were probably just very, very new at the time. Maybe 20 years ago now, even. But it was something, a new experience for me. So
yeah.
Well,
we're going to sign the petition to get Dead Letter Circus back. They've been quiet for too long.
Let's do it. I'm on that.
We're going to do it. Let's get it started.
You, Carnival, and Dead Letter Circus. Whoa, what a lineup!
That sounds fucking great. Keen. Done.
Key in, man.
When do I sign?
I'm sure there's some promoter going, yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense. It's just nailing
We'd all be
Carnival.
down for that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's just nailing Carnival down because they're always so busy, aren't they? They're always overseas.
They are indeed. I'm seeing them next week, which is very exciting. Twice.
Oh, stop it, you lucky bugger!
Sorry, mate. Sorry. No. Get on Tixel. Maybe I don't know whether there'll be a waiting list or something. Grab a last minute one.
A friend of mine owns the basement. I twist his arm and say, "Mate, look, come on."
Well, there you go.
You can get me in.
Come on.
Get me in, man. I'm sure he will. Anyway, thanks for coming on. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Mate. Thank you.
It was a pleasure, man.
Mate.
Brilliant album.
Fantastic, mate. Thank you so much.
It was an absolute pleasure. Chat soon. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully you get to a show sometime, hey? And hopefully
me and Loz will get here. Yeah, me and Loz will get there.
Love it. Good on you, mate. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Scott. That was a fantastic chat. A really interesting little insight into the musical minds behind the band Terrestrials. Scott Alexander, the singer, he has chosen Perennial Trials as a track to end the show. So please do sit down and enjoy this wonderful piece of music. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Outside, looking in, perennial trials about to begin. Reach me, follow me into a Follow me into
Celebrate 95 years of better appliance shopping at Brand Scarf's anniversary sale. Going on now. Save big on in-stock refrigerators and best-selling washers and dryers. Plus, get savings on top of savings with stackable rebates on select GE Profile and Cafe packages. With nearly a century of expertise, Brand Scarf will always get you the best deal on the best new appliances. So hurry to any of Brand Scarf's convenient locations or shop online at brandscarf.com, where it doesn't cost more to get more.
With McValue at McDonald's, you don't just get deals on the drinks. You get deals on McDonald's drinks. So when you're breaking a sweat, embrace the chill without breaking the bank. And when your crew is running on empty, keep your wallet full while refreshing the squad.
Grab a cold drink at a hot price, like a refreshing Coke Zero or sweet tea in any size for only $1.49. Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.